Well, good morning, Yogendra Rana here. Topic for our discussion today is heat insurance. Heat insurance in India. Every afternoon, Nand Kumar makes a difficult choice. He parks his bike outside his home in Chennai and suspends work, losing up to rupees 800 a day. The 27-year-old Ola and Uber rider is not on a break for leisure. Though a brutal heat wave and a recent heart stroke that landed him in the hospital for 2 days cost him over 10,000 in medical bills and lost wages. Since then, he has been forced to stay off the roads during the afternoon hours. I can't ride between 12 and 4 p.m. in the summer months. The heat is just unbearable, he says. So, what about the loss of earnings? The concept of heat insurance is new to the Nand Kumar. But when it is explained to him, he feels it is the need of the hour. A solution for lakhs of gig workers who are losing work in summers. Let's not forget that heat stroke cases are rampant among us. Forget heat insurance. Nand Kumar says there is no mechanism to reach out to Ola and Uber to share concerns or register complaints. For a 6 kilometer ride, we are paid anywhere between 60 to 70 rupees. It would be great if the amount is increased to rupees 100 for those riding during the peak heat hours. So in Bengaluru's Mahadevpura, Krishna Kumar, a street vendor selling ice apples, dreads this summer more than ever. What was once a bearable season has become a punishing. By noon his eyes go dry in the heat and his skin is singed and body drained, forcing him to wind up early. So heading home comes at a cost. He loses half a day's income every single day. With no access to formal credit, Krishna has turned to private money lenders, which bank give us loan. He has to make ends meet. I borrowed rupees 50,000 from a local financer. I now pay rupees 5,000 every month just in interest. Heat insurance could offer a safety net for workers who may have to take time off due to extreme weather. So for the informal workforce for whom the scorching summer streets are the workplace, heat insurance can offer some respite, if not emerge as a game changer. For 50-year-old Hasmukh Kera Sankumar, a catering assistant in Allahabad, the month of May with the wedding season in full swing is a time of opportunity. That is one of the hottest months in India when a high number of heat stroke cases are reported. Hasmukh never missed work through. Dehydrated and sweating in the kitchen, she would try to make hay while she could. But over the past 2 years, skipping work for the last 4 days in May has become the norm. As working in the kitchen in the sweltering heat has brought on diarrhea, heat boils, and infections. So May has thus turned into a month of mounting costs, both on account of medical expenses and the lost income from the days she is forced to take off. But in some respect, a heat insurance initiative from Mahila Housing Trust, an organization strengthening grassroots collectives of women in the urban informal sector, has covered part of her losses. So Hasumati paid rupees 354 as the yearly premium for the parametric heat insurance to Mahila Housing Trust. To develop this insurance, Mahila Housing Trust partnered with Global Parametrics an organization specializing in climate risk solutions, and Go Digit Insurance. The underwriting firm. Since this is a pilot project and building insurer confidence takes time, insurance broker Howden India stepped in to subsidize the premium amounts on behalf of the insurers. So this is a seasonal insurance policy running from March to June and follows a two-tier payout model. In Ahmedabad, if the threshold temperature of 43.7 degrees Celsius is breached for 2 consecutive days, the insured person receives rupees 750. If the higher threshold of 44.1 Celsius is breached for 2 consecutive days, they receive rupees 1,250. Each beneficiary can receive both payouts once per session, with the maximum benefit capped at rupees 2,000. So in Vadodara, Mahila Housing Trust has set the maximum temperature threshold at 43.6 degrees Celsius for 2 consecutive days. And Surat, it has to breach 37.8 degrees Celsius for 2 consecutive days for insurance payout to be initiated. Last year in Ahmedabad, with temperature crossing the lower threshold, only 2,000 women such as Hasumati received a sum of rupees 750 each, totaling to rupees 15 lakh. I received rupees 750 last year. This money makes a lot of difference in compensating for the days when I miss work. So Hasumati tells us self-employed women's associations, another organization, covered 21,000 women working in the informal sector in 2023 under parametric heat insurance. So what started off as an item-based insurance providing large umbrellas for street vendors, solar lights for salt pan workers, and water jugs for all informed work groups, developed into monetary insurance last year. So our member pays rupees 300 as premium for the heat insurance. In Ahmedabad, if the maximum temperature crosses 43.6 degrees Celsius for 2 consecutive days, the common payout of rupees 400 is issued in a week. So if the temperature is above 43.6 degrees Celsius for 3 consecutive days, they get an additional rupees 300. So the maximum they can get through this program is rupees 2,100. The program covered a lakh women from 7 cities of India. Now what is this insurance in Indian cities? Policy level adaptation needed. But despite the demonstrated benefits of a scheme, such as the above, parametric insurance for vulnerable groups exist only at the organizational level. So with little to no involvement from local, state or national governments, every summer, like clockwise, cities roll out the same cycle of relief measures, heat action plans, water distribution drives, and temporary shelters. Crores are spent, yet these efforts fail to address the economic impact of the heat stress. A report led by Sustainable Futures Collaborative, a Delhi-based organization working on climate change, environment and energy, finds that long-term actions such as developing insurance cover for lost work has been missing from all the 9 cities where the research was conducted. The parametric heat insurance was started in Ahmedabad by few private entities for informal women workers, but does not feature in the heat action plans in Indian cities. So one of the C4C is the private players playing a big role in this field for a few years. However, none of the 4 cities matters checked, Chennai, Thane, Bengaluru and Ahmedabad, are making any progress towards that. So those who are at the helm of the heat action policy are in fact often oblivious to the concept. So experts consider it feasible to implement the state level parametric insurance scheme for climate risk, citing Nagaland as a pioneering example. In 2020, Nagaland became the first Indian state to introduce a parametric insurance program covering excess rainfall, wherein it provides financial assistance based on predefined rainfall threshold. Heat insurance can be incorporated into the policy in multiple ways. Thank you. Thank you.